Our interactions with one another have come a long way. We've gone from doing things like body language and grunting noises to having hundreds of diverse languages, each with their own ways of communicating. Our planet has gone a long way in only a few thousand years. Only a few thousand years ago we had to walk everywhere, but now we have a giant metal bird that flies through the skies to other places on our planet. We also have some other metal birds that take us off our planet, into the great beyond that we didn't even know existed just a few thousand years ago. Just a few thousand years ago, the entire world thought that our planet was flat. It only took one man to prove to the entire world that we live on a bowl, not a plate, which is a good example of how easily humans can have their opinions changed. We live in a world where everyone is constantly trying to improve, even though we will never get to perfection. Many people have envisioned perfection. They call it utopia. It's a place where everything is perfect, nothing is bad, and everything is good. Humanity is constantly trying to get to that point, although we never will because it's impossible. Humanity may get pretty close to a utopia, but we will never be able to escape our dystopian society. And in the end, the harder we try to get us to utopia, the further away we will get. Maybe we'll end up using totalitarianism, or maybe authoritarianism. That means that the person who rules our planet must never be wrong. They must never make mistakes, and there is no human who can do that. Because yes, theoretically, we could create a utopia using totalitarianism and authoritarianism. But that would mean that really we'd all have to be perfect. And there's no human who is perfect. Because as the saying goes, life is like a box of chocolates and you never know what you're going to get. That can be taken many ways, but I'm going to phrase it like this. No chocolate is exactly the same, and no chocolate is perfect, because people have different ideas of exactly the same and perfect. Therefore, if we made a utopia out of humanity, that would mean that every single human on Earth would have to do everything exactly the same. And if we did everything exactly the same, that would be very boring and very unproductive because we would never invent, we'd never create, and we could never live our lives the way that we'd want to. And me saying this is not trying to tell you that you should never try to improve. Humanity improving is one of the only reasons we've gone as far as we have. Although improvement just leads to dystopia, that does not mean we should stop trying to make our utopia.